Surprise! This is me, guys. This is Olamide. For all of you that have been watching this is the voice, this is the face behind that voice you've been hearing for quite a while. And I know you guys have been wondering, who is that girl that's always giving us sarcastic comments? The girl that's been critiquing left and right. Well, here I am. But that is not the story for today. Who am I? In the face of the Big Brother housemates that were just evicted. Well, guys, there's this thing where you form this attachment to the people that are just coming into the house newly. We formed attachments, we formed hate for people, and during a live eviction show, it engages a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions when you see someone that you love to be in the house get evicted, or you see someone that you really want out to go. There's this excitement that comes with seeing someone you really want out going, and that happened. But what also happened with me, I was so sad, so angry when one of my faves was kicked out on Sunday. But before I tell you who that is, let's go down the lane. The first person that was evicted was Groovy.
Wait, who said that?
I wasn't particularly attached to Groovy, yeah, but he was one of those housemates that you would think would stay to the finals. I mean, he went out basically just a week before the finals. This was someone I saw in the finals, not because he is particularly important to the show or anything, but I feel there was something about him. He was always behind the scenes, so maybe that's why he got this far in the first place. Nobody was really hating him, nobody was really liking him. He was just there. So that's probably what got him this far. But Biggie has to get rid of someone. And if, like I said, he's not really important to the show, why not just get rid of him? Either way, his going was really felt by me. I don't know about anybody else, but I really felt it. Because I wanted to see him in the finals. Obviously, he's not going to win. Obviously. But seeing him in the finals would not have been bad. And now, Phyna is widowed. Let me use that word. God forbid she's not actually widowed. But you know that there was this thing going on between Groovy and Phyna, and now Groovy is gone. You could have seen the expression on her face when they announced his name. Nobody was expecting it. Everybody just, even Phyna, she was saying it in the house before the eviction that Groovy is going nowhere, and boom, he's gone. May his soul rest in peace. Okay, the next person to go was, and this was a point of joy for me, by the way. I was really happy when this person went. I'm not trying to be a bad belly, but I would be lying if I said I was not excited when I heard his name being called. And I think to an extent it was expected by many people. I'm talking of no other person could garner this much excitement from me. Sheggz. Guys, we know Sheggz and Bella, two peas in a pod. Their relationship has been going, and I'm pretty sure they both saw themselves in the finals, as in man and woman, babe and boo, whatever they want to call themselves, Shella in the finals as the power couple that they are. But turns out, my people, Biggie has other plans for this game. And you know, last week I was saying that, okay, I don't know if I said it or not, but remember they put Sheggz and Bella up for eviction. And obviously, the fans have to choose who to vote for, who to save. And I said it, Bella always playing the victim card. As the victim, our fans rally behind her now and throw out the manipulative person that is making her suffer in the house, in quote, making her suffer in the house, which is Sheggz. And now Sheggz is gone. I hope, for Bella's sake, that she uses this last week to, like, you know, get her senses back and see if she can stay without Sheggz future-wise. But that's by the way. The third person, The final person, guys. I know I mentioned my fave going out, and this person I'm about to mention was my fave. Still is my fave, will forever be my fave. But not, I don't even know why, guys. He was rude, he was proud, but this guy just spoke to me like he spoke to a lot of you guys. Because in the live evictions, you should have seen how people stood up. Like a friggin' standing ovation for him when he walked out on that stage. He was loved by many, including myself. And I'm talking about no other person. I'm sure you guys already know the person. Hermes. Hermes is gone from the house, and I really need comforting. I need comforting because it really touched me. I would lie if I said it did not touch me. It really touched me. For me, he was the person I was going to win. And now that he's gone, I can't help but wonder, who is going to win now? Like, who else deserves that title? Who else deserves to win this season? But he's gone, and there's nothing I can do about it. But there's one question I have to ask though. If he was so loved, you could see the people that stood up to clap for him, even people outside like myself, that were like mad that he's gone. And when they called his name, if he had so many people behind him, how did he get out of the house? I mean, this is votes now. What happened, you guys? Did you not vote for our fave? Did you not vote for Hermes? That's very mean of you if you did not. I don't know what he has done to offend you guys, but I wanted him in the house, and you guys have made me sad. Very, very sad. But anyway, moving on. After the evictions, Ebuka had interviews with these guys, with Sheggz, Groovy and Hermes. And let's go with Sheggz first. In Sheggz' interview, when he was asked, you know, there was this point when, in the beginning of the show, when they first started, when he and Bella started this their ship, they were talking fast. They were already talking about marriage, talking about wedding, talking about kids. And Ebuka asked Sheggz that, how far? Is this wedding happening? Do you still see this wedding happening? And my guys, Sheggz said, Bella is his babe, Bella is his boo, and all this other nonsense. Basically, moral of the story is, the wedding, according to Sheggz, is still happening. And he even invited Ebuka. Let me just see. In case Sheggz comes across this video, I better be invited to that wedding too. Look me in the eye. I better be invited to that wedding too. But then, are we really sure this thing is going to happen? I know that these housemates say a lot of things when they're coming out of the house, especially those ones in ships, especially these Sheggz. We all know how Sheggz is now. At least the way he portrayed himself to be in the house. Does it really seem like someone that we can rely on for this kind of thing?
Because you guys have planned your wedding, and you invited me as well. So
honestly speaking, I hope you come. That's my best.
It's still happening.
That's my best friend for sure. That's my baby. That's my best friend. That's my baby.
Now, Ebuka also asked him about his abusiveness towards Bella, and his response was, people were not seeing the story from his side, from his perspective.
So you think it's genuine?
I know it's genuine.
But I think the one thing that's definitely tipped it over for a lot of people was the way you talked to her. That came across. I mean, you remember me asking you that, me asking Bella that on a Sunday, where you would say, you know, words to her. I think the one time that stood out a lot for a lot of people, I think there was a fight, and then you were talking to the other guys. I think the fight with Rachel, and then Bella says, Sheggz, I don't know why you're explaining yourself, and you're like, shut the fuck up, you're not my mother, or something like that. I'm not quoting verbatim now. You know, it was very, you know.
Again, I think, as in sometimes people just want things to be what it is. Firstly, 9 times out of 10, Ebuka, I never speak to Bella like that. Bella is somebody that I tie her shoelaces, I make her food, I make sure she's good. Like, I'm constantly caring for her. Like, I did everything to show that there's a way a man should love a woman, because that's what I've learned from where I'm coming from and with my family, and even in Nigeria, like, just actually love your woman correctly. That's what I was trying to show. So if I had 2 or 3 times where maybe I wasn't always perfect, it's like, I'm 26, like, I'm growing, I'm learning every day. Every day my relationship cannot be super amazing. The difference between my relationship and other people's relationships is the fact that it was constantly on air, so everyone could see my every move. But I just think I would feel so much better if there was a lot of talk about when I was good, and then I got spoken to about when I was bad. Like, guy, you can actually improve on this and this and this. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. But it just seems like the Sheggz that really loves her, that is always caring for her, that super sweet to her, that wakes up every day, tells her she's beautiful, that prays on her head every day, like, that guy is nowhere to be found.
Really, I get where he's coming from, saying we should look at this from his perspective. He highlighted how he was cooking for her, making her feel nice, making her feel good and all that. Yes, nobody is saying you did not do good things to Bella in the house. But those sides, those momentary outbursts of rage, where did those come from? Seeing him talk to Ebuka outside the house, he still had the same air of proud Sheggz, but it was kind of mellowed down, seeing as obviously he was just evicted. I think he came to that realization that he wasn't as strong as he thought he was in the house. Do you get that kind of thing? And see, all in all, I just feel he should get his act together, basically. So, moving on, we have Groovy. In the house, Groovy was, like I said before, Groovy was, to me, not all that important. And that showed in the interview with Ebuka, because the only questions Ebuka was able to ask Groovy was about his relationship with Beauty and Phyna, and then his take on the levels. So you get not much action in his life. But anyway, when asked about his relationship with Beauty and Phyna, it was all like, oh, he really felt something deep for Beauty. It was serious with Beauty. But after her, colomenta phase, he just felt, after she left, he felt that he should take a break from girls in the house for a while. But that did not work out for him, obviously, because I think practically the following Saturday night, he hooked up with Phyna. And according to him, in this interview, he wasn't expecting it. It wasn't something that was planned. He did not have his eye on Phyna. It just happened. I'm not sure if you believe that, because I don't. But according to him, it just happened. And you could see that I think himself and Phyna already formed that really deep bond, because you could see that when he was called to be evicted, when Phyna was all emotional and all, she was in shock. I don't think she even got up to hug him when he was leaving the house. She was practically in shock. So maybe it really is genuine, but let's see. When it's just a week now, just this week, Phyna will come out of the house and we'll see exactly what is happening between both of them. Now, on his take on the levels, he was like, oh, it was at the beginning, it was surprising that there were 2 levels. That, the housemate did not know that there were 2 levels at first. So when he was in level 2, he was hoping he would see Sheggz, because he and Sheggz were roommates before they got into the house. So he was hoping to see Sheggz. And when he did not see Sheggz, he thought that maybe he didn't make it or something. But at the end, towards Sunday, he said people were already suspecting, like the other housemates in level 2 with him, were already suspecting that something else might be going on, that it might be a big brother trick or something, and which turned out to be true. So basically, that was his take on the levels and his relationship and all that. Nothing really interesting.
And obviously, not seeing Sheggz, after 11 other people came through the door and then realizing that, that was a big brother and addressed us, and I was like, okay, what's
going on?
Sheggz? And then we had to spend Saturday and then Sunday. But then I think by Sunday, there was a kind of like a feeling that something else was happening.
Let's go back to the beginning. Let's go to Beauty, because that was a very... still is a talking point about your narrative in that house. You and Beauty hit it off almost from day one. It looked like you guys, started your thing. There were kisses, there were very intimate moments. But you also had your issues, back and forth. You've said that you guys were not an item, so you don't feel like you had any loyalty to her. I don't know if I'm quoting you right. So are you saying that what we saw was nothing? What did you feel for her, and why was it so quick to move on?
Okay, so let me just obviously correct 1 or 2 statements that were made. So the reason why I said we're not an item is because of the fact that because of the argument that we had, or the events that transpired before she left. I feel like Beauty, when we have arguments, she's very, how do I put it now? Beauty is normally a very opinionated person. She has a strong personality and everything, but I feel like she was kind of aggressive with the whole situation and everything. And a lot of times it's not the first time that I would fight and she'd be like, she's done, she's not this and this and this and this and that. Like she has broken up with me, like she broke up with me because of plates. Do you understand? Like you get like it's a very crazy situation. So I always feel like it was always like a back and forth between us. You get, but then the events that transpired to her leaving, I feel like it was just really very like, on the scale of it, I feel like it was a very serious situation. It was really embarrassing for me because like, if this thing was an in-house thing and then the whole levels now got to find out that, something was transpiring, and it was from the party downstairs, move upstairs, and the gas just kept growing and the whole situation. Plus, I heard that she said some other things about me. But then one thing, she was very clear on the fact that she was done with me and that she didn't want anything to do with me. And that's why I said that when she left, I just felt like there was nothing to hang on to. I even tried to speak to her on a lighter note on the Sunday which she got disqualified, and she just changed it for me immediately. You guys like, why are you talking to me? Do you think you can do this and all those kind of things? So I felt like there was just there was just nothing.
So what did you feel for her before that Sunday?
Yeah, I really like Beauty, and I really like Beauty.
Okay, so I mean, I think I kind of hear you saying that. Okay, at the point when she left, there was really nothing solid holding you back. I think what just confused a lot of people was how quickly you moved on. It was literally, I think, the next Saturday party, there were already kisses with Phyna. So if people wondered, I mean, if you break up with somebody, even if it's it was in such a hard way, how were you so quick to move on quickly to somebody else? Oh, that was what threw people off.
Okay, so I'm not going to lie to you, Ebuka. What I said was that in my heart, I was like, I don't want to have anything to do with anybody for at least for 1 week, 1 full week. I want to have my mind in a space. And like I said, because of the resentment I had towards Beauty, I didn't really feel like there was anything to hold back onto. So I just felt like if I'm in a position where I see somebody that I like I'm not going to do because of her, because I feel like she matched me for grand. You understand? So like, anyhow. So my thought process was for a full week. I don't want to have any entanglement or anything with anybody. Obviously, I knew that, Phyna had been throwing comments here and there and, that kind of thing. And then obviously with the whole Chumsy thing, but I wasn't ready to go for any of that.
So it just happened.
So it just happened.
Like I said, Groovy is a very unimportant character in the grand scheme of things. Moving on, we have Hermes. My boo. Hermes was asked about his relationship with his harem. I've said this before towards the beginning of this BBN about his harem. Remember, I don't know if you guys remember, but remember, he has 2 girlfriends outside the house, 2, that they are aware that they're in a relationship. That triangle is obvious to every party in the relationship. He is in a relationship with 2 women. And in the house, he kind of added a 3rd person to that triangle. I don't know what shape that makes it now. But now there are the 2 girls out and Alison. Now Ebuka asked him that, how far? Is Alison now a 3rd woman in the harem? Is she now one of them? And he's like, it's not like he planned it on going into the house. Because before he went into the house, he told his girls, that's the ones outside the house, that he's promising them that he will not get involved with anybody inside the house, that he's not looking to add anyone to them and all that. But it just happened with Alison. Like it just happened with Phyna and Groovy. This just happened. It just happened. God help these children. Anyway, he said it just happened with Alison, and he feels that it is something real between them. He got emotionally attached to her, and he's hoping that they can connect now that they are both out of the house, and everybody will do. I don't know how this harem wants to work. I really wish that they do reality show on that relationship, because I would love to see the outcome of 3 women. 3. You know how jealous and protective and crazy sometimes that ladies can be, and you want to have 3 of them on one of you. Good luck, Hermes. Really, good luck. Although, to be honest, if I were Alison, I don't think I would mind joining the harem either. I mean, Hermes is kind of worth it. Kind of worth it. So yeah.
Now, is it a conversation you are willing to have to make this a big family of 4 now?
So here's the thing.
So 2 of them, and
Two of
you.
them. 2 of them already agreed.
But you want
make
Alison as well.
Yeah.
And if they agree, then she's in.
Because they have to be friends.
Okay.
It's a must.
But if they not agree, what
If they
happens?
do not agree,
Is Alison still in the picture?
Alison is still in the picture.
Just independent of this 2 now.
Regardless if they agree or
In
not.
what way now is she in the picture?
In within the template to be free, even as a collective.
Right.
Because
What is happening here?
love. Because now here's what love for me means. It's not mutual. It's very individualistic in its expression. Like, I will have love to give. And what it means to have love to give is to be full as to what I say fullness is for me. And that's being able to express myself.
Okay.
Ebuka also asked Hermes who he thinks will win. And he went all Phyna, this, Phyna that, Phyna is a strong contender, this and that, which is true. Phyna has been back to back from day one. And she really does stand she has a very high chance of winning this. And I wish her good luck.
I think he's gonna win.
Phyna is strong, Shao. Phyna, they ride everybody. Now from the first day I knew she was hard. What was you not join, boy? Bruh, I'm like.
And to all the housemates, Sheggz, Groovy, Hermes, who were evicted, I really wish you all my love. I wish you good luck on your endeavors outside the house. Guys, who do you think will win? Or who do you think your top 3 winners will be? Because I would really like to see some predictions in the comment section. Also, click that subscribe button. I keep saying this every week. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and follow all our social media platforms at MyColorTV. Also follow me on Instagram at IWINDAPO. And I'll see you next week, where we either cry or celebrate as to who won and lost. Bye!